How is it going, guys? How you doing today? All right, so I have a question. I was looking at the treasure maps that we have that are scattered on the Genesis 1 biome in Ark Survival Ascended in the ocean biome specifically. And I noticed that we have 3 different variants of these treasure maps that we are able to get. Now, of course, for the rarity of them, they do come in all different rarities, so you can go from primitive to ascendant and get different types of bottles, but there are specifically three different types that you can get in your journey around looking for these treasure maps. So the one that we normally will get on the ocean or in the sand is these ones where it says locate the buried treasure. Pretty simple. You just click on it. It gives you a set of coordinates. You go to those coordinates, you get into the treasure chest, and then voila, you got your stuff. The second one that I found is usually located inside of the treasure chest itself, and I do not know if this one spawns out in the open by itself, but it gives you location to an even greater buried treasure. And then the third one that I found is in relation to ships. Use this to go battleships out in the ocean, in the open, without doing it on the missions and stuff. So that one drops 5 different types of little treasure loot things for you to pick up as well. So we're going to do an experiment. I have 3 different vaults behind me. One that says basic, another one that says greater treasure, and the other one that says destroy ships. We are going to do 100 of each, and it does not matter the color that is provided to me. I do not care if it's primitive and or ascended. This is completely RNG in terms of what we will be getting. Now, I did pull up this treasure chest just a second ago to activate it, so we will start with that one first, and we're also going to get rid of the rest of them, so that way... okay, we'll do this one. So that way it is a fair game across the board, and I am not admin coding these things in. This is going to be a pure, long video to determine if which one or how good our loot system is when it comes to the treasure maps. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so this could take quite some time, and to ease up the issue with it taking forever and a day, I'm going to simply do this as the easiest way possible. I have the AAT menu, which is an admin awesome tool. It is a mod. And we're not going to be doing durability damage armor. I'm going to put everything on primitive, and then I'm just going to spawn in 100 of this basic Gen 1 or S1 Gen 1 treasure map. And basically what it will give me is a bunch of these with buried treasure in them. And from there, if we get greater treasure and or destroy ship, I will put the treasure maps in the vaults so that way we can continue on. But I figured that this would probably be the easiest way instead of me trying to wander around for hours finding all of these maps, because they're not on all the islands, just FYI. It is completely RNG. It's random. You don't know when you're going to have another one. You're not sure if one's going to pop up on your island. You're not sure if it's even going to be there. So, and I'm not about to go to 30 different islands and find whether or not those are actually available. So, all right, without further ado, let's get into this. Let's start the first map. All right, we're coming up on our first one. Let's see what we end up getting. And huzzah! Look at that! Use the ping to the location of an even greater buried treasure. Let's go. Okay. Pull all that. That's our first one, and we'll just keep going. Now, these treasure chests are completely random, just FYI, and location based. It could be right next to you, or it could be clear across the map. So just be kind of prepared for that when you do these, because these are going to be very time consuming depending on where you're at and if you have to sail. So I mean, it gives some pretty dang good loot overall. We got a lot of leech blood, we got some primate jerky, we got a Krennic's fur saddle, bunk bed, spike metals. I mean, that's pretty good. So, all right, number 3. All right, this is feature edited me. While looking through the video, I realized that for some weird reason my mic was acting up, and of course, it is what it is. Anyways, I had already recorded the whole entire video, so this is a little bit of, spoiler alert. But for the basics, what we got was actually quite a bit of stuff. So we got a lot of ascended blueprints. Of course, we got our standard little blueprint things. We did get a lot of ascended saddles, a lot of bunk beds, cannons, chitin, lots of meats, saddles, pretty good gear overall. Some harpoons, lots of leech blood, and rare flowers, sap, that kind of stuff. I mean, it's pretty dang good. Lots of Tide Pup saddles, which is a little weird, but I mean, I would rather do that, and a lot of stone product too, by the way, and arrows, I guess. Lots of drink arrows too. So yeah, overall, that's not a horrible amount of stuff that you would need. You could always grind this stuff down too and collect the mats that way. But I mean, for saddle wise, this is actually a really good way of getting some pretty good dang saddles. All right, on to the next one with the greater loot, and we will see what we end up getting. All right, so we're done with the basic, and now we're going to be headed over to the greater loot. Oh, I'm going to show you in the vault. We have 100 different loot bottles in here. Again, majority of them were from the basic, collecting all those, but we did spawn in a decent amount to replace the remainder amount, and they are going to be completely RNG. So I just made sure that we had a good plethora of ones that we wanted. And now I'm going to go ahead and activate all these guys. And we're basically going to do the same thing, rinse and repeat, and see what we end up getting. All right, guys, I'll see you soon. All right, we've done 100 greater loot drops, and here is the results from that. I mean, pretty good overall. Lots of ascended stuff. We start getting into flak gear. We get our higher desert armor gloves. We got a nice freaking fabricated sniper rifle, that's for sure, and a nice crossbow. We got some hazard map materials in here. This is a lot of blueprints. Also, it started introducing tech stuff. So now we got ascended tech claws, and we got some grenade launchers and stuff that got into this mix. And again, more chitin, lots of compact bows, lots of flak, some fur. We definitely got some new hand cannons, that's for sure. We got some pretty good ones, actually. And then we got metal, look like probably fabricated tier, I would say. We got some rocket launchers, we got some scuba, got a little bit of stone. We got one Tide Pup saddle this time. And some Tusos and Expectness. So yeah, that was that. Okay, so from the 100 that we got from there, I believe we only have 8 of the greater or the ship ones. So I'm going to spawn in, and I also noticed that they only come in Ascended. So we got 8 of these guys. I'm going to spawn in 92 more, I guess, and we're gonna have a field day out in the ocean. So give me 1 sec. I'm gonna do that real quick, and then we'll get right back to it. All right, this might go over well. This might go really poorly. I don't know how the ships act, so we're about to find out. I did only activate about, I think, 10 of them or so. So we'll see. Okay, this isn't gonna go well. These are gonna be real hard. Oh no. Look at that, I'm not even doing any freaking damage to these guys. Oh yeah, I guess I am. Oh! Well, they're doing damage to me first. Oh, that's not good. Okay, these are a little bit stronger than I thought. So don't take your Brigadier out on these ones. You're probably gonna want to, you know, definitely gonna want to, yeah, we don't need any of that crap. Actually, you probably don't need any of this. You definitely want to make sure that you have, upgraded your Brigantine or have some stuff in the skill tree, because apparently these guys are absolute monsters. So we're gonna do this the cheaty way. I apologize, but apparently I don't have a strong enough ship. But anyways, the objective is you would come into here, you would probably just activate one of these and then simply destroy them from here. But of course, we're gonna do this, apologies, but the cheaty way. So that way I could get the video out a little bit quicker, and just kind of basically what we're doing is you need to destroy these. Sounds like none of them want to destroy. And what they're going to do is they're going to drop some loot stuff. And by loot stuff, I mean they are going to drop these little things that you're going to find. And there's 5 per ship is what I've noticed. All right, this is a little obnoxious. Come on, guys. Destroy, blow up, do your thing. And if you're going to do one of these little ship things, I would probably recommend not, you know, activating all of them at the same time. Might be beneficial. Because you might end up where I'm at right now. Anyways, I'm going to go through all these. I will bring you guys back when I have the end results. All right, so I have not finished the second half or the third half of the video with the destroying the ship things, because I kind of wanted to show you what happened after, you know, after I've been red gunning a bunch of stuff. We've been getting a ton of resources, and also we've been getting maps again. So it's basically like just a carousel for treasure and loot and all the fun stuff. I mean, I filled up basically almost 2 vaults full of stuff, and you know, you get your basic materials, including cannonballs and stuff, which is really nice. So I see them having a purpose, especially finishing it through and then just keep going. You're going to become an absolute loot goddess if you do that. All right, I think that is it for today. If you guys did enjoy the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. What do you think? Do you think that the treasure maps were worth it or not? Let me know in the comments below. I think they were. I think we did. We got a decent haul from all of that. All right, guys, take care. I will see you in the next one. And until then, stay savvy and fair winds.